Everybody, welcome back. In this video, this is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to do this to manifest miracles. Okay. Now, this isn't a clickbait type of title. This isn't a clickbait video. Okay. If you do exactly this, things will start shifting and they can shift rather quickly. I don't want to put a time frame on this, okay? We don't know the incubation period of when things are going to come into our lives. But this is what I can tell you, is that we can be in several different stages of our life. That's what I want you to understand. We can be in several different stages. You can be in a rough stage right now, where you're really trying to figure this stuff out. And this was me several years ago, maybe like a decade ago, okay? And sometimes I still falter every once in a while into the stage where we're going through shit in our lives. Maybe we're going through a bad breakup. Maybe you lost your job and it's been 6 months, 7, 8 months, and you still don't have a job. And your life is crumbling before you, and you're really trying to figure this stuff out. You're really trying to figure out how to get the best life, how to manifest your dreams, or even how to figure out to get success to work for you. No matter how you want to put it, you're really trying to figure this out. And I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible. And I want to have like a heart-to-heart talk with you. Okay, I want to keep it simple and simple things for you to do and implement. And when you do these things, I want you to understand up front. For one, you have to take and accept accountability and responsibility for your life. You're the one that put yourself in the situation that you're in. 100%. Same way with me. If I don't like what's going on, I don't like what's going on in my external world, I did it. Okay. And it's my past thoughts, my past beliefs that what I'm seeing, what I'm going through right now. This is the first phase to this. And the second part of this, I want you to start holding firm, holding tight to your decisions, to what you really want. Because this is the core of everything. Okay. This is the make it or break it when we're talking about law of attraction. We're going to talk about law of assumption. We're talking about manifesting. We're talking about success. Okay, you need to know exactly to the T what you want. When you make a decision, that's a firm decision. That's a committed decision. And this is where you're faulting. Okay, this is where all people are faulting, is they're not making a decision and sticking to that decision no matter what. Okay, because this is what you have to understand. Once you make a decision to better your life, no matter what it is, okay, you want to go from rags to riches, you want your dream job, you want your dream house, you're going through junk in your life, and you're trying to figure this stuff out. You need to make a decision and stick to it, but at the same time you stick to it, you need to know that the game is on, baby. You need to know that the difficulty is on. Okay, you need to know that the devil in your mind is going to wake up, and that's what's holding you back. Okay, let me explain what I'm talking about here. Your conscious mind. Okay, once you want to better yourself, your conscious mind is going to go wild. It's going to go nuts. Now remember, your conscious mind is your waking mind. Your conscious mind is your logical mind. Your conscious mind is your analytical mind. Your conscious mind is what protects you. Your conscious mind is what tries to figure out what's true and false, what's best for me. That's your conscious mind. And what your conscious mind is trying to do is trying to protect you. But the way you have to understand this, okay? Don't click off on this video. I really want you to understand this. Your conscious mind is protecting you, but how it's protecting you is protecting you by your old identity and your old self. Okay, not the new self you're trying to be, but your old self. Your conscious mind is the ones telling you, it's not going to work out. Why are you thinking this way? You can't have your dream house. How are you going to get the money? You only make 50 grand a year, but you want to buy $1 million house. How are you going to do that? You're crazy. You want your dream job? Nobody in your family had their dream job. Everybody in our family worked in a factory. So that's what's going to happen to you. That's your conscious mind. You have to understand, once you want a change, that's what's going to come against you. A fight is going to come against you, and it's your own fight. It's an internal fight. Okay, it's a mental fight. because your conscious mind is going to go crazy. Okay, you're gonna have this fight going on, and you might have exterior things go on in your life as well. You might have road bumps come into play that kind of want to stop you in your track, that wants to get you off guard and put you, and so you can run right back to your comfort zone. So you can run right back to that old identity, to that old self. Let me give you an example really quick what I'm talking about. Let's say that you lost your job, you've been out of your job for 6 months, you're really trying to figure out what this stuff is, and you make a decision, you know exactly what you want, and next week you get a job. And you love this job. It could be your dream job, but then you do this job for 2 months and then you get laid off. Then your conscious mind will go alive again. Your conscious mind will tell you, well, see, I told you it wasn't going to work out. I told you can't have your dream job. I told you that can't. That's too good to be true. That's your conscious mind. Okay? And you got to tell your conscious mind to shut the fuck up. You got to tell your conscious mind to be quiet. Okay? You're going to be more tactful about it. At this point, you got to deny, choose, and be who you really want to be. Because anytime we make a decision, you have to understand this. Anytime we make a decision for the better, our old beliefs, our old selves, our old thought is coming against us. Then to make it even worse, okay, a lot of us fall in this trap is once a little roadblock happens, once something happens in our 3D world that we don't like, we take it as a sign. We take it as a sign that it doesn't work. Then your conscious mind attacks you as well. Your conscious mind will come in and say, well, see, you got a flat tire on your car going to your dream job. That just means that you shouldn't go there. That's your conscious mind. Rather than you see that flat tire, you give it no thought. You call your buddy on the phone and say, hey, dude, can you drive me to this dream car? Or you call Uber, or you call a taxi, or you call your friends or your parents to get you there. No matter what, because you made that decision that this is my dream job. You made that decision that I deserve my dream job. This is all about decisions, okay? And I'm going to hit this hard because this is 100% where everybody has fault. They're not making firm decisions. They're not making committed decisions. They're making half-assed decisions. And then when the going gets tough, and it will, okay, this is a talk right now. It will get tough. And when the going gets tough, you kind of have to hold in. You got to grind your feet into the dirt, grind your feet into the sand, have a firm foundation and say, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. I'm not deterring. I'm not moving. I'm not backing up. I'm not running. This is the decision I made, and this is what's going to happen. This is the problem probably 99% of people are not doing, because once the going gets tough, they're running the other way. And you can do this by simply doing simple things and you build up to it. Okay. Now I love simple things. Okay. Because when you make a decision, and simple things is like someone invites you to a birthday party and you agree to go. Do you actually go? Or once you say, yes, I'll go, you end up like right when the person walks away, you're thinking to yourself, how do I get out of this? I mean, have you done that? I mean, I know I have. Okay, in the past. See, decisions are about no matter what you say you're going to do, you do them. This is why people tell you, or you might have heard that, start with small things. Okay, when you make a decision or you tell somebody you're going to do something, you tell someone you're going somewhere with them, you tell someone you're showing up, show up. Because when you start making bigger decisions, bigger wants and desires, you'll be more likely to hang in there. Okay, because the whole key, even if you listen to Napoleon Hill says, have a burning desire, make a committed decision. And a committed decision is you're burning your bridges behind you. You have no choice. It's either win or defeat. There is no plan B, because plan B doesn't exist because I just burnt all my bridges behind me. That's what it means to make a committed decision. That's what you got to do. Even for myself. Okay, this is a weakness for me across the board, because when I sit Across my whole life, I've been a weak decision maker because decisions were always made for me. And when you grow up like that, from a kid to a teenager to a young adult in your 20s and 30s, it rubs off on you and it takes a lot of work. I know a lot about this because this is something I really, really struggle with. And this is something that I myself have to work on and have to make sure I work on every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, because I will go backwards, okay, in not holding to my decisions. And I can remember, like in the past, I would want to go home, and I lived in California at the time, and I want to go home and visit my family. But when I would go book my flight, the flight, I would still not make a whole decision. I would really want to go home, but I wouldn't make that firm decision that for me to book my flight 6 months ahead of time. I would always be very indecisive, always be tossing. Am I right making the right decision? Am I making the wrong decision? If is it a good time to go? I might lose work because I worked independently at the time. Every time I would go, that's when I would have to deny work and deny good work. Okay, so your mind's playing tricks on you. This is what I'm saying. Your mind will go wild. Your conscious mind will go wild because it's trying to protect me, but it's protecting that old version of Chad. It's protecting that old identity of Chad, and this is what you have to understand. And this is what it took me a while to kind of get is that you just have to make a firm decision and say, yes, I'm going home. I live in California. I'm flying to Ohio. Yes, I'm buying a ticket right now. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be perfect time for me to go. I'm not going to lose any work when I go there. I made a decision and that's it. I don't try to figure out the how. I don't worry about, was it a right decision, wrong decision, right decision, wrong decision? That's why we get mentally exhausted, because even though we make a decision, our mind's going to wild, our conscious mind's going to wild, it's still figuring out, you're still basically in your mind thinking, did I make the right decision? Did I make the wrong decision? Okay. They're trying to figure out, is it good for me or bad for me? What happens if something bad happens? What happens if I buy my dream house and then 2 years later I don't like it? But what you got to do is like, no, this is exactly what I want. I made a decision. I'm going to stick to it. It's going to be perfect. I bought my perfect house. It's in a perfect location. Do you really understand what I'm saying? So as we wrap this up, even if you're going through the darkest moment in your life, even if your mind's playing tricks on you, your mind's going wild, because it will, you stick to your decision. You stick to exactly what you want. You're firm on exactly what you want. And this might take some work if you're indecisive, if you're not used to doing this. Okay, you're going to be scared. You're going to be scared shitless. And you're going to be, in the beginning, you'll make a decision. You're like, yes, I made a decision. Then tomorrow when you wake up, when your conscious mind wakes up and everything starts coming, that's when everything starts setting in. That's when you have to dig your heels in the dirt and have a firm foundation and not move. Okay. There's just something to this. When you just make a firm decision, no, this is exactly what I want. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I'm a successful entrepreneur. My business is booming. People love to work with me. Every time I spend money, money comes back to me double. I don't have to worry about people ripping me off, because if people rip me off, I want people to rip me off because I'm repaid by 7 times. I bought my dream house. And then when your mind starts to go down the rabbit hole with all these negative thoughts, what if this, what if that, what if this? You have little affirmations you tell yourself. You tell yourself, God supplies all my needs. I'm in the right place doing what I love. When you're out shopping, you're worried about money, I can buy anything I want in here. Every time I spend money, you go out to eat, every time I spend money, money comes back to me double. There's a point that you have to come to that you can't give 2 fucks about, okay? The reason why you're struggling and the reason why you're hanging on to it, because you're so attached to it, and you got to get to a point that you don't give a fuck. You got to get to a point that you don't care. And I know you're hanging on to it like a tightrope. You're hanging on to it like you're hanging off a mountain and you're just hanging on there. But you really got to get to a point where you don't care. You really got to get to a point where what you say, what you're going to do, that's what you're going to get. Period. That's what you want. That's what you want to get. That's what you're doing. Okay. But it starts with the whole foundation of this. It starts with you making a decision. You making a decision for your life. And you stick to it. You don't change. You don't alter course. You don't change at all. That's what you're going to do. You're laser focused. That's what you want. That's what you do. You're not backing up. You're not moving. That's the best advice to this. This is the law of attraction, law of assumption, law of manifesting. No matter what you want to say, 101. If you only follow this one thing on decision making, making a firm decision and not backing away, what you say you always get. What you say always comes to you in your life. Okay, manifesting is easy. It's easy. Okay, once you learn that, you know what, my conscious mind gonna go wild, but I can control it. Okay, I can deny, choose, and be whoever I want to. Okay, and what it means by deny is you deny the things all around you. You deny what your conscious mind is saying to you. You still keep on moving forward. Okay, you can be surrounded by poverty, but your mind is riches, and you still move forward. You can be surrounded by disease and cancer, but your mind is of health, and you still keep on moving forward. You do not alter the course. You do not alter and change your mind and change your decisions. Other than that, my friends, hopefully this helped. Comment below. I love to hear from you. I also pin different information in the description, and I'll pin it as a comment as well. You can check that out. But other than that, comment below. Love to hear from you. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.